Good evening everybody and welcome along to OneHubRacing. This is the Prestige tier, the last tier tonight, and we are at round number 3 tonight here at the Bahrain Grand Prix here at the Bahrain International Circuit. A very good track, some good overtakes like we saw last season between Julian and Blizzard and quite a few other people as well. I hope we get to see some more battles like that tonight. I am Jess and Jack is busy tonight, so he can't make it, but I'm not alone this week. I am joined by one of our lovely commentators that we have at OneHubRacing, Sean. Hello, Sean.
Well, hi, Jess. Sort of a privilege to now commentate again in the Prestige, and I'm looking forward how the drivers will go up in this race. We saw in the podium tier we had some amazing fights going down here, so I hope with the 12 people we have here, which is not that much unfortunately, that they provide us a good show, just like in the podium tier.
Yes, and we've seen in lots of other tiers where we've had some good racing as well, and we can almost guarantee with this type of race in Bahrain, and it's night time and it's in the middle of the desert, it's not going to rain, so they've pretty much been practicing for dries, and one of the only tracks where you can really practice for that. And with 2 stops, it's going to be up for a cracker really. We can see more people pushing than we did last season. So if we've seen lots of battles last season, imagine what we're going to see this season, as Poe's just set the benchmark so far with a 1:26, I think it was, .0.
Yes.
So that's the fastest time so far by the TTG boys. Jack got driver of the day last week, definitely well deserved. And our race winner from last week has just got pole, his first ever win in ILR, his rookie season. He is making a name for himself, isn't he, Sean?
Yeah, he's doing a great job, and hopefully he can put his form back on. That was so yeah. And oh Jesus, Blizzard.
Wow.
Hold on a second.
125.4 already at this stage. At this stage of the race. Yeah, he is a goat on he's on a goat here but he likes this track so much, obviously, because we've seen last season, and he did win last season as well with a battle against Julian. So not really that surprised with his form so far. He did win in the first race, he didn't win in the second race, so he's looking to go back on form. He is potentially going to be one of the favourites, but don't count your chickens before they hatch really. So I can tell from what his lap time has produced, he's definitely been practicing out there.
Yeah, and just with this lap time, even like in last season, just the lap times, also in the percent are just like phenomenal. How they just go up with, it's just more. I think now with this lap time, it's like, I guess like 1.5 seconds quicker than we had in the Prestiges. So it just shows you that the difference between those drivers here is just phenomenal. And in some way you have to respect them, because just with those lap times, sometimes the practice they're doing, some are not doing it and still being competitive. It just shows you like how much they just putting effort, just to be the best of the world. And just like with Blizzard and Rafa, just 2 phenomenal drivers. And yeah, and now at this stage already driving in the low 25s. I think we're going to a low 25, but if you're going to a high 24, then I'm just absolutely gobsmacked.
To be honest, I'll be shocked if it goes to that 120. I've never seen a race in Bahrain where the qualifying went to a 124, and if someone could do it, it'd probably be Blizzard, as
Blizzard and Rafa.
Yeah, Blizzard or Rafa, or possibly Jay as well. Jay's another person on the 125s.
Oh.
Not that far. And
well, to be fair, the times are like close now, right now, between, I'll say 1 to 9th. Already between in second there, so it will be like a tense qualifying session. Because they already selling like such good qualities already, what you said, like so early on in the session, just it can be like some sort of a thing, like they don't even improve it like at the at the end of the session. So this will be interesting if they actually can, improve their time at the end of the session while the track is fully gripped up.
Yes, and we do have 3 tyres on offer today. We have the super softs and the mediums. I do believe we have the softs as well, I think. And
yes.
So the supers, I'm quite shocked that a lot of people have gone onto the super tyres this early on. I thought they would go on the softs, but I'm guessing due to the 2-stop, I think we could see a supers to softs maybe, or super soft. It just varies on strategy really on what goes on here. So that is why we could see a lot of fast drivers potentially get more moves done due to the fact that they are on the softest tyre. So can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, this with the mandatory 2-stop, if it wasn't implemented, we have yellow sector 2, is that maybe for someone going out of the way? I think that's probably will. But, with the mandatory 2-stop, just now people can just go fully, go full gun blazes, on those supers. Well, if it wasn't implemented, like last season, they would have just started on those softs and just do the 1-stop. But now with those mandatory 2-stop, I think at this track it's paying off the most, because now you can just go full 100% on those tires, do a 2-stop on those soft tires, and just go full on, instead of tire saving, which I think the drivers will go like not even go in save mode, just go full attack just every single lap while you can, and hopefully they will do that and they will not save those tires.
Yes, and we're looking, I think, on some people to do better this time around with like Odems in the Red Bull, who hasn't had a good start, but hopefully he can have a much better finish in Bahrain. He's been looking promising, I think. So I wonder if he can get a better result for the Red Bull guys. They've been sharing strategies, obviously, and I wonder if Odems will help his teammate out. We'll just have to find out. There's all constructors for all 4 tiers, so I wonder if any of the guys in the chat are rooting for their team, and I wonder if they'll be helping each other out in the party. I don't know, but we'll have to find out as we've got 8 minutes left to go of the session, and still no sign of anyone improving on the top 3 people's time at the moment. Don't ignore Ollie's time at the moment. Ollie hasn't set a
very competitive lap time. That is a competitive lap time. I'd say that is F8 reserve lap time. Much deserved pace. Keep up that going, Ollie. Proud.
Oh God. Yeah, he's. I think he's just getting a feel for the track right now, and then he'll be
Jay said spun around. I think that's turn 7.
Yeah,
that is
awful.
I think that's turn 7. See, still turn 7. Oh, what? Oh, Oldums. Oh my, our TikTok lord.
Yeah.
Just half a tenth. Oh my
wow.
God, that's.
Let's just look at
Good
the gap.
Lord.
50,000th of a second. That is just insane from Odems.
Where did that came from?
I did say if this was a race, he was gonna get a good result. I have a feeling this could be a good one, and he could challenge Blizzard. But look at that. I thought Rafa was gonna be second, but it could be for a 4-way fight for the pole.
This could be. I'd say even 5-way. I think maybe TT Pro can maybe do a surprise, but I don't know. Let's see. Blizzard's coming around the last bit of corners. I think looking at the sector times, not really doing that also great, but he's going around the final little straight. Still has a lot of ERS left, surprisingly enough. So going around the final corner. He misses the apex a little bit, but it should be a good enough lap time. Is it? Oh my God. Can we provide that guy some drugs of him? 25-2. Like, calm down. Calm down. This is not good for my health. This is not good for my health. You don't even see it in AOR top tier. Well, maybe. I don't know. But this is something else. So now...
That is just
what
crazy.
What is Rafa gonna do it?
Yeah, Rafa needs to challenge Blizzard now, really.
What is his sector lap time?
I don't...
1.5 seconds slower.
Oh, so
well, I think he's just now saving, or he's not, or he's just now going on a cooldown lap. Either one of those two.
I think it might be that he's going on a cooldown because he's running out of fuel a little bit there as well.
Oh, he spun around! Oh, and he just hit the barriers. That is just disappointing. One wing damage, but still. Can now go back to the pit, save on a new set of tires, and go all out at the end of the session. But I think it should not worry about that much. I think everyone is now on an out lap. Yeah, so everyone's coming back to the pit. So I think they realize they not really can.
I think they realise that they can't really beat the time, really, to be honest. By the looks of things.
Ooh. Let's see. I think everyone's in the pits. Yeah, just everyone just going to the pits, like.
Yeah, everyone's going into the pits now. It's not really that surprising.
Jesse's now gonna. I think he's gonna start his lap time. He's now out. Perhaps a little bit early, in my opinion, but maybe he can do.
Yeah, I noticed he's gone a bit early as well, so maybe, because obviously the track starts to evolve a little bit more now, so I think they're just waiting for the entire moment. Yeah, literally everybody's going into the pits now, Sean, so...
Into the pits. Jesus. I thought Jesse was going on a lap. Well, he just disappointed me. Alright.
Yeah, Jesse was not going on a lap there. So,
oh, he was saving fuel. I don't know. I think, well, they're just gonna wait till about the 2.5 minute mark. Just reviewing things, maybe. But just saying, like, even the... Wait, hold on. Just the top 11 is covered by a second. And Leon just with a 27.9. I don't know why, but... I think he just even said in the chat, why is everyone on super softs? Well, if you followed a little bit, it's a mandatory juice stop.
yes.
Or he didn't even know it. I have no idea.
I really do hope that any of these guys do not forget. And I think while we're at this stage
Wait, hold on. Ah, he has started those tires on the mediums.
Well,
that's why.
His best was on the mediums, and I think he's going on to a set of supers for his final lap. So I think he's just realised. He's just realised because I'm on fitted right now. But I think whilst we're waiting for people to go on their last lap, we may as well talk about our sponsors, Next Level Racing, who provide so many good stuff for our drivers, and they sponsor us here at OneHubRacing, and they have some good stuff. And you highly recommend their product, Sean, don't you?
Yes, great quality, superb service, and if you use the code OneHub10, you get a 10% discount of all your products. So it's definitely worth checking out the site and even buy products. We all need it to help them out in a great situation. So, as I expected, everyone's going out in the 2.5 minute mark. So we're gonna have a massive shootout at the end of the session. So
I can't wait for this.
I do hope that people do not, just not getting in each other's ways.
No,
will probably happen.
I hope not, because otherwise there's going to be some carnage in the way here. But the ones that have gone on their outlaps early, they're going to have more advantage in terms of having clear airs. Jake Tex is warming his tyres up as he came out a bit early as well. So that's going to help him. And I think Blizzard Marquez has gone quite early as well. Actually, no, I think De Haas is going to have more advantage, but he's just went wide a little bit there. So...
Oh my god, Bo. I think DJ Bo left the garage a little bit too late. I think he came out with 1 minute 30 to go, and I think he just needs to cut all the corners if he wants to still do a flying lap, pretty much.
I know, and
oh my god.
No, let's not follow him. But he's doing all he can to try and do that. But on his outlap, I don't think you're getting validated for that. But it might be figured out by the stewards. I don't know. As Jake Tex, I do believe, is starting his flyer now. Yes, he is. He's going through turn number 1, getting that exit just right here. Our race winner, of course, from last time about. He's looking to gain another win here today. He's looking very promising at the moment. He's in 4th in the qualifying right now, just past turn 3 and 4. He's managing his ERS at the moment fine, but not using his 4. He's on ERS mode 3. Oh, that was a little bit of a off moment from him. It might not be his best lap. I don't think it's going to be enough to get pole, but we'll have to wait and see as he goes through turns 10 and 11. As the checkered flag has fallen, we'll keep an eye on who has set a lap time and can anyone beat Blizzard. We'll have to wait and see. JTEX just goes past the DRS straight and going through these very tricky right-hander here.
Rain.
And Rain is up into, I think he's having an 8th at the moment. Ollie decided he's not taking part. Top 11, look at this, 9/10 per second. Brilliant stuff so far. As JTEX...
Can I say?
Yes?
TTG Pro has just made it in time to do his flying lap. Just how? He just made it in time.
What a relief as JTEX crossed the line. He can't do it, unfortunately, for pole.
Rafa 4th.
Rafa 2nd.
2nd, sorry. Jesus.
And Marquez is going through centre 3. Blizzard going through the final corner. Can he beat his pole time? Let's see.
Surely not.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He was almost in the 124s.
5 flat. Please get out, Blizzard.
That is the fastest I've seen.
25.3.
And Oden's 125.3. So P2.
Oh my god, TTG Pro. He was 3/10 faster, so I think at best he get maybe 3rd place. Let's see. Not the greatest of exit. TTG Pro is in 6th with that improvement. A little bit of a shame, but
a little bit of
25 flat. I am in disbelief.
Wow, that was just insane from Blizzard. He is a machine on this track, but it's very crucial he gets a start off the line. And everyone else is quite close, but Blizzard is around 2/10 behind his teammates. So it's a Red Bull 1-2 on the front row with Rafa in 3rd. We've got Jesse, good qualifying for him, 4th. Then we have Josh in 5th, TGD Po in 6th, JTEX in 7th, Wayne in 8th, Jack in 9th. Then we got Ollie in 10th, Samster in 11th, and Leon in 12th. Top 10 separated by a second, and everyone in the top 10 will start on the super soft tyres. But Samster and Leon, they have free choice of tyres. I wonder what those two will be going for, Sean.
Well, in podium tier, everyone just basically got on those supers. So I think even I think it was only Leon and someone else outside the top 10. I can't even remember right now.
It was Leon and Samster.
Samster, jeez, I completely forgot about that. But I think they will just go on supers.
Yeah,
I think that's the best way. Fresh supers, just go full out. I think I don't see those reasons for the top guys anyway to actually start outside the tires on those softs of mediums. Mediums is probably a very bad choice to start on.
Because they have the less grip, of course, and they probably might forget to go and pit because they do last quite a long time. It's a bit of a risky strategy going on those mediums, because then you have to pit quite late on and then do possibly a supers to supers. We'll have to wait and see anyway. But Blizzard on pole, I think he's looking the favourite. But saying that, I'm too scared to predict, because otherwise usually the people I predict to win doesn't win.
I'm gonna say it. I don't know. I think always quality. I sort of find it for me always irrelevant, because you can be good in quality but bad in the race. So I'm gonna use my commentator's curse and I'm gonna say that Adams might take this win pure on penalties. That's my prediction.
Yes, it could be penalty central here, and we've seen Blizzard get a few penalties in the past. He can't get any penalties today, because otherwise it could be all. It could be Rafa could get it, or Odense. We'll have to wait and see. But the predictions tonight has predicted for Blizzard to actually win this race in the track, guys. So I wonder if the the media, the press have got that right today. We'll find out pretty soon, as we'll get the tyres up actually. As soft for Samster, Leon is on the super. So Leon going for it with everybody else. Samster opting for a different, as Samster's left the
Samster's
session.
left. Oh, well, it's on a formation lap, so
He can go
hate
back.
to say, but I don't think he will come back. It's an information lab. Normally the game doesn't allow you to rejoin apparently. I've seen that happening many times, so I hope for him he can join back before they starting the race.
I hope that he can as well, because otherwise that's not going to help their team in the Constructors' Championship. But that will give more people a chance to get points as long as they finish. So,
well, yeah, it's only 12, so I think everyone has a chance to get at least, I think, some sort of decent points.
yes.
For Leon then. Maybe for him.
Don't forget
I hope for Sense. Oh, sorry, continue.
Don't forget his 2 stops, of course, in Bahrain, so they don't have to worry as much about tyre wear as they used to when the 1 stop, which is a relief for them. As we already got disqualification from Josh, so we've had a tradition of having 1 person disqualified from the formation lap. The USA race...
Oh, Josh, what a surprise.
Yeah, I'm not really...
Anyway.
And the USA race was pretty good last week in the Prestige tier. I was watching on YouTube, so hopefully we'll have a good race tonight. And
hopefully,
if you just joined us from obviously the mechanical tier, this is Prestige tier. You just joined us for the race, as they're all going to make up their grid slots. As Blizzard is warming up his tyres very well there, as Rafa's just on ahead of him. But obviously that won't affect him as much, as the run into turn 1 is going to be key. So I wonder if Blizzard will get that right, and if he doesn't, will Odems capitalise? We'll have to wait and see, as everyone is making their way through the start line. As Samster is making his position from a DC car. I don't think he's going to make it. He's not going to make it, so we're down to 11 drivers then, as the 5 red lights are about to come on for the Prestige tier. It's the Bahrain Grand Prix, and let's go! And Blizzard gets a very good start off the line, and Marquez drops a little bit behind him. But actually, looks like Rafa's got to get a good start as well in turn 1. There's a lot of contact already from the field already going into turn 1, but they're making it clean so far. So far, it's Blizzard leads, Marquez second, Rafa in P3, and looks like the Force India is going to make a move around the Ferrari by the looks of things. They're almost touching almost.
Oh, Jesus.
That was close. They got to be careful around here, especially on these first couple of laps. But I haven't seen any major damage from the drivers already, but speaking of that, Odems has dropped it. Oh no! Oh no, what's happened?
What? Oh my god, wow.
So in the first lap, Odems and Poe are now out of this race. That is a climax and a half. So
he's gonna be so mad, sweating 24/7, Bahrain. Your favorite circuit getting taken out in 6 corners later. Wow.
Yeah, he was hoping to get a good result here, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. So that leaves Blizzard all to do on his own, unfortunately. He doesn't have something else to do, which is, wow. I wasn't expecting that. I said, it was very clean in that one. And then bam, Odems collide, so...
I just saw like the stream back, like they just like sort of touch each other, and with such low speed they apparently just just break their tires so easily. Like it is on simulation damage. Oh my god, George, that is a very late move there.
That was a late move.
Goes down the inside and he gets 4th place. J6, I think he lost 2 positions. I mean, he lost almost last at the start, but now with the crash he's gained up to 6, so up like a roller coaster. And TG Ollie round the outside of Wayne? No. Almost doing a Lando Norris, but Ailton Leo down the inside and he gets 8th place. So his march through the field has worked fine. Ooh.
Yep, as Leon has probably gained the most so far out of the bottom runners, which is good to see. As I do believe Oh, no, Sam is not back in this race. So everyone potentially could get points as long as they finish. So
Particularly, yeah.
that'll probably be a relief for the guys up front. Meanwhile, Rain is catching up to Jacotex in P7 and P6 right now. So battle for P6 already. But the gap at front, Blizzard is already falling away by 2.0 seconds. So he is flying on those super softs right now.
I think I think this race are probably props on. I don't know, hopefully not, but I mean, we can maybe commentate close in, but yeah, I just saw like in the comments that Sam had like a power cut from Nick, so he just because of like power issues, so that is very unfortunate for Samstar.
That is a shame, to be honest. Hopefully he can come back pretty soon.
I mean, to be fair, now the battle for third has actually begun. Like, there's sort of a train.
Yes,
from ninth to third, pretty much.
Whoa, so we got Josh, Jack, Jesse, Jay, Wayne, Leon, and Ollie all within. Let me just get the leader gap quickly. All within really much a second of each other. And the biggest gap is obviously between Sam, but he's disconnected, so.
Yeah.
This is what the prestige tier is like, and this is what you're getting here, ladies and gentlemen, already. And we're on lap 3 of 29. As, look at that between the Ferrari and Haas. They almost were on the back of each other then, as DRS is now enabled this lap, so chance to get a bit more overtaking done around turn 10 and 11 at least, as Jagateg has, I think, probably got a warning now, I think. From that
was a
corner.
weird line to take there.
That was, as he's probably, if he's got to be careful, because otherwise he will get a penalty. I did see a few people get penalties here already, and
well, I mean, there was like low penalties in the podium there, but I don't know how they will come up in the prestige here. So hopefully they will keep it sort of clean without penalties, because. You know, if there's a penalty at the lead, meanwhile, sorry for that, Josh down the inside of TDG Jake. Moving up the place to the podium position, but... And meanwhile, Ollie... Sam has joined apparently. Right. He has joined.
Well, he's got a mountain to climb, literally, to get to stay in the points. He is going to stay in the points, but to... not retire, and he's did it, and Leon and Ollie are having a scrap
side by side
for P8. Whoa. Leon gets the outside. Can he do it? Whoa. Oh, this is very tight. Does he make it stick? Yes, he does. Ollie's still on the back of him now, going in towards 9 and 10, a tricky braking zone.
Oh, he goes.
They hold it together, which is good.
Oh, yellow's in sector 3. Who's that for? Is that for maybe Sam? Going back? No.
It might, I don't know.
Oh. I think maybe because Sam has joined back while he was going sector 3. Can that maybe the course? Oh no, he went back. Never mind. Completely ignore what I said.
He's still ghosted on my screen, so he's probably trying to join back.
He's now back.
Oh, brilliant.
He's back. He's in remove.
Oh, good. That is good to see, so thank goodness. And we've got Josh making another move.
Wait.
No, it's not. Rafa's in the pits. So Rafa is the first slot to make his first stop of the night then. And he's going on to soft tyres, which is what expected. So he's going for the super to soft strategy. By the looks of things.
I think he will do that. Oh, look at this. Leon and Ollie. Just again battling with each other. Do we see it? And again, like a side-by-side fight. Just like last lap. They even brake at the same time, so like it's synchronized braking, turning, all the time to be alive. And now finally Ollie just backs out of it, but he may go for a dive bomb? Cheeky dive bomb? No, that's disappointing. Can still use the DRS for the next straight. If he keeps that close, I think he will even go for that move on that corner. I think that's turn 12, I believe.
Yeah, it is a potential for him to get the move, but they are close to each other lap on lap.
Not close enough.
No, but he's not close enough at all at the moment. But he will probably get some speed when he gets towards the start-finish straight coming up as well. And Wayne is not that far behind Jesse, so I'll watch the gaps there, see if that gets close enough. And if that battle gets interesting, we'll jump to that. But meanwhile, this battle is getting very feisty between Ollie and Leon again, as Ollie's found a little bit more temps on that final sector. Oh yeah,
They still stay out, so.
Oh, a train going into the pits there for Jay, Wayne, and Jesse. Battle for the pit.
Look at them fighting again. Oh, a little bit of a touch there, but still great fighting there. Oh, and TJ is still trying to stick it in. Like, this is just some proper fighting, good fighting right here. Doesn't even matter about tire strategy, whatever. Just drivers just fighting the hell out of each other. That is just amazing to see. Still going side by side, even going to turn 7. Still leaving each other room. Just the respect of these two drivers. Absolutely amazing to see. And finally Ollie takes that 4th place, and some just not are like yeah, how can you do it? Just not good enough, because they say they shouldn't even fight. Well, otherwise we wouldn't even have great action, so let them fight, I would say.
And they wouldn't have done it if it was a one-stop strategy, I must say.
Oh, and, Leon! No, Leon!
Leon has out. I didn't see that. I will go on board.
He lost the back end.
I can see if I can.
He lost the back end.
Oh no!
He lost the back end. Tried to correct it, and he just swerved into the wall. Oh no!
Because I literally saw Leon go off on my screen, then he disappeared, and I didn't see what happened there. So. That is the end of his race, unfortunately. Yeah. What a shame for Leon. He was
Jesus.
As we've got Blizzard, Josh and Jack making their first stops of the day. Ollie is staying out on the circuit now.
Wow. The overcut. The overcut from Blizzard. I think he was already a long way back to Refa, I think. But Refa has not worked. He's not worked the undercut unless he has to get through Josh right now in this corner. He gets a very good exit though. He needs to do it because George is on cold tires. No, he's not sticking it, so... Yeah, I think the overcut is actually more powerful than I actually thought. To be fair.
Yes, I've noticed that when I was doing a few Bahrain races myself usually. I've noticed a few more people gain places in the pit stops. But... they got to fight traffic for Samster, because Samster will still yet to pit. There's still quite a train though, so
oh dear.
Rafa is going to get DRS. Josh is going to proceed side by side with Sam.
Yeah, Sam's going to let him go through, I think.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
I think Sam doesn't want to get involved too much. I think just Sam wants to get those points really, of that massive disconnect.
Yeah, it would be amazing if he does get a good position despite all those problems he had with the disconnect. So, you know,
it looks like he's like being back on the default setup. Like even his straight line speed is not really that great. Same with cornering. And meanwhile, Ollie is back in the pit, so going longer on those super soft, and he's going back for another soft or supers. It's glitching all over the place. It's supers. There we go.
Yeah, it is super soft tyres for Ollie then. He's the only one on the supers then, so...
Yeah, interesting.
It's going to be intriguing actually, because you have to go on different compounds for the entire race. He's been on supers, I believe, for the first stint. Second...
Yeah, he was on supers.
And he's on supers again, so he will have to go onto a set of softs for the final race, which will, I think it won't be much for Gamble, but he'll have to pit earlier than his rivals, because I think most people go on the softs anyway towards the end. It does depend how long they can manage their softs. And the two Ferrari just scrapping for position. We've got Samster and Jesse.
Oh, there we go. Jesus.
And we've got Jagetex as well joining in the battle, as Jagetex goes around the outside and he does it. Wow, what a move!
He loses 2 positions, Sam. I begin to realize, Jazz. I think Sam is being put back to a default setup, because even with cornering speed, straight line speed, it's so much slower than the rest. Just look at this.
Yeah, it
It
is.
says that. It looks. He loses more than 15 or 20 kilometers, like to the cars behind him. That's very weird, even though it could disconnect.
I won't be surprised if it is a default setup, which will be a shame, really. I have noticed in a few races they get a default setup glitch as well.
Oh,
As J-Tex makes
James?
a move past Jesse, and he makes the move done like he needed to. He's like, yes, thank you, I'll get it done. He's up into 5th place, which is great stuff from J-Tex. His next move is going to be on Jack, 2 seconds down the road, well, almost 3 seconds down the road. But Jesse might come back him any time or later because he's still 3 tenths down. But you can already see the gap between Blizzard and the rest of his rivals. 5.7 seconds. He is having his own race.
I think we can write this off that Blizzard is already win, so we can already spray the champagne.
But don't jinx it, because we have seen in some races in the past where we think someone was going to win and then they ball it on the last few laps. So it's not over till the checkered flag has fallen.
Well, I already jinxed it then. Whoops. Anyway, I think Josh, Refa, D-Jack, I think we can have a 5 per second for 3 people. Maybe, yeah, not maybe J-Sets, but meanwhile, Ollie just sliding with those super softs, making the best out of it to gain on Sam. And let's see. I think Josh still will get it in the straight. He's not really on the track right now, I think, from Josh, but let's see with TTJ, much closer to Refa.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not making the move. Not making the move, so they will think about it. And actually, nah, it's not close enough. I was gonna say maybe a dive bomb, but nah, it was only 3 tenths. A little bit too far, especially when Refa is in the slipstream of Josh, so I wouldn't risk it.
Yes, but Jack could get him any time soon in turns 10 and 11. We'll just have to wait and see for now. But the biggest gain is so far this race, Jack has gained quite a lot of positions, 5 places already, which is pretty decent stuff for him. Sam's just gained 3 as well, and Josh has gained 3. Josh is having a really good race so far, as he's trying to hold on Rafa behind. And
let's see Jack. Down the inside he goes. They're going side by side into the long right-hander. Can he? It's such a tricky going to go side by side. Still giving each other room though. That is fair play to them. But now, Refa losing the DRS under the 1 second from Josh, so he will be under attack from TTJ and he will be vulnerable to this long straight. If you have a bad exit, it's done with you. So here goes Jack. I think with a fairly simple move. Yes, he does.
Yeah, that was really easy from the Force India there, as he's already finding some time on Josh, so watch out. But Jesse is past Wayne, I think. Let me just check. Yes, he is. No, Wayne got the switchback, I think, into turn 1 and 2. But actually,
that was. I thought he
was going to make the move then.
But he was swerving like a madman. But
yeah, it was by looks of things. Looks like he was going to get the move, but he couldn't quite make it stick. As Jesse, another man on the mission as well. So many contenders for driver of the day so far. It's going to be tough to decide towards the end, as they're all, the ones left in this race are all showing some good racecraft on the circuit. As the gaps are starting to close down a bit more, I think, as we get to approaching the window soon.
Yeah, the gaps are being fallen apart, except for the battle that we have now for 6 between Jess and Wayne. And Refa still keeping close to Jack. Still gonna head that DRS, saving his ERS. Also, Blizzard with a 29.3 just keeps on selling fast lap times. Just goodness me.
It is his favourite track, I would say, one of his favourite tracks. So, and we haven't seen much battles from him like we did last season, as Jesse was going to have another look, but doesn't quite make it on this occasion. He stays in 7th for now. So, As
Sam is in the pits for a set of supers actually. That is quite early. Even though he started on softs. That's quite early.
But I think his AI might have pitted earlier on and he didn't know about it. But we don't know.
He?
I don't know. I can't really remember. But look
no, he wasn't going to the pits. Nah.
No,
I just checked the race record. So.
No, that was his first stop. That was his first stop, and he goes on to supers. So
yes.
that is it. So everyone has stopped now.
Yes, everyone has made their first pit stop.
And the question is, when, because the softs can last pretty longer than the supers. So the question is, when will be the best time to pit? Will it be when it starts to die, or will it get to, crucially, when it gets to the last 9 or so laps? It's been different every tier so far this evening. They've all played different tactics. So it could be different here in the Prestige tier than it was in the other tiers. We'll just have to find out. As Rafa's right behind Jack, so I wonder if he's going to make a move anytime soon. But
Rafa is close now, but Jack is now fine for now, I think. Yes, he is now fine. Jess is closer, but not really close enough to do anything here, so yeah, just the gap's just been falling apart actually after the pit stops. I thought they were maybe a bit closer, but it's, yeah, not really, yeah, it's not really like there was like on the first stint actually, so hopefully they will do it in the second stint. They will maybe provide some good action.
Yeah, probably the second stint is where we'll probably see a lot more battles as they push to the end with good reason. As Rafa's now 1 second, but not quite close enough.
Outside? Oh, it's still got DRS somehow.
Yeah, but I think both Rafa and Jack are outside DRS, but Rafa's back in DRS again, so he could challenge once more. He's going to gain a few temps, I think, that sector, but not as much. Meanwhile, Blizzard still leads over Josh by 7.5 seconds, and then Jack in third place, Rafa in fourth.
This man is just on a world on his own, like, I don't know what he's doing, just...
He's flying.
Yeah, well, he don't have any planes, he doesn't have any wings, but he will have it.
Well, Red Bull does give you wings, and that's probably why he's in the Red Bull right now. And that's why he's probably chosen it. Yeah, what a coincidence here. Here in Bahrain, right here. As...
Yes. No. I still keep feeling that Rafa just... He's in DRS range, but at the same time he can't really get closer to Jack. Even though Jack is not in the DRS zone. To Josh, and Sam's still saying the fastest lap time, he will get... I will give him the honor. Fastest lap time.
Yes, but
for all the troubles.
Unless we see someone go on the softs, super softs at the last minute, but it does depend on.
Before.
I think because a lot more people will go on the softs at the end. It's more a lot of people in the chat saying that's a bit of a more viable strategy. Unless
I think that is, yeah.
I think Sam will probably, get fastest lap, but it's still early days yet. We're halfway into this race already, almost. When we get to lap 15 anyway, we'll be halfway through this race.
Yeah, so even Rafa has now officially just been out of DRS range by Jack, so I think his tires are a little bit dying out. Meanwhile, Jess is still keeping up with Wayne, but he still, he can't really get closer enough to Wayne, but this now made the time closer than the laps before. Putting up your ERS. Yeah, also not close enough again. And yellow's in sector 3, that's... Oh, Samstar has spun around.
Oh no, that is not what he wanted to do. God. And he's out!
Oh, wow. I would have not done that. Just drive it out, get those 2 points, and that's it.
And he's not going to get any points, Sean.
No, that's the weirdest thing. I mean, he was already last, but grab those 2 points. It might be even important for some reasons in later the season. You never know.
Yes, and what I've noticed, Sean, in most of the tiers, that for most of the tiers, Ferrari are not seen to be doing particularly well. I wonder why is this? I wonder.
Probably they haven't, or they haven't got that car right, or it's just a setup.
It might be,
Either
I
those
think,
two.
down to the setup. They are in chats together, don't forget. So they're not in tier chats, they're in team chats. So they'll have to be working together, of course, and
I don't want to say about the drivers because I think I will get in trouble, but
yeah,
let's just say it was down to setup.
Yeah, and it's not. It does vary depending on what track at the moment. So hopefully they will have better luck, as Jesse is flying the flag on his own for Ferrari at the moment. If he could get into the points, that would be good for him.
Let's see. Actually, straight line speed from Wayne is not that bad, but
nope, he's closer. He's closer quite a lot that lap, actually.
yeah. But I think just overall, just about exits, you know, Wayne is so much better on throttle than Jesse. So I think that's why he's still avoiding being overtaken by Jesse, even though he is in DRS.
Yes, and Wayne's pulling away by quite a bit actually into turn 4 and 5 in that tricky S section, as Wayne has found that Wayne is definitely gaining. He wants to gain. I think he's
already out in 1 second. So that's wait.
And Wayne's closing up to Jacotex almost.
Yeah. And well, Jacotex has already got DRS from Rafa. So Rafa is actually falling down.
Are we seeing people tyre saving a few laps ago and then they're just pushing it just before they go into the pits? I think that's what they're doing.
I think they will, even though I think they maybe go die saving. Just go 2 laps longer and then just put on another set of softs. And about the Ferrari, no, Mr. Connor, it's not oversteering because some people can actually drive it very well, and some of them are champions with it. So opinions are based, and Rafa goes into the pits
for his final stop of the race. I have seen in other leagues, not mentioning names, but I've seen in other leagues where Ferrari have been doing well in Constructors' Championship, so
I think it's just based on whatever you like it or not.
Yeah.
I think that's the real thing.
And how you get used to it and stuff like that. I usually find the Red Bull quite nice to drive in a way, but the handling is
much better than last season.
Handling is kind of quite different in a way, but we'll have to find out. Hopefully it will be similar next season, more equal handling. But Rafa is. So let me just check what tyres Rafa is on just for a second. He is on soft. So yeah, he's doing what I thought he was going to do, and Ollie has done the same. He's pitted exactly the same time, so that could be. I think Rafa he had nothing to lose there, to be honest.
No, not really. I think.
Let me just look at the gap between his rivals. I think it was Jacotex and Rafa. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight between Jesse.
This is the pits. That's surprisingly. We pitted late. He actually could have get a lap longer at least. Well, he goes to the pits, another set of soft tires, so that will provide him further 11 laps.
Well, I've seen a Haas car having their car going into the pits, and so Blizzard's timed that very well. He's timed that very well. He has made the jump, and the other guys had to respond. So, basically, good job on Rafa and Blizzard there, because that made the other guys stand up and say, right, I need to go into the pits as well. As Jacotex, has he got the jump on Rafa? Looks like he has. Yeah, he has.
I think just.
Oh, that's close.
But J-Sets is now on cold tires. Rafa again. J-Sets. Are they gonna let each other go through? Round the outside goes Rafa. Go on, son. Still side by side. This can be.
Ooh.
Let's see, side by side. Oh my god, just drifting like a madman. No, Rafa still has it, so the overcut from J-Sets has not worked out.
And potentially Rafa could get P3 Actually, no, he can't because Josh has pitted as well. So let me just check. Has everyone made their stops? Yes. No, apart from Jack, everyone else has made their stops. So
pretty early they all stopped, I think.
But again,
from my feeling then.
Well, I've noticed, when did the podium tier start in pitting for their final stop? Was it around about this time, or was it a few laps later?
It was around now, like lap 19, 20, and the guys who did supers at the end was like lap 22, or even lap 23. I thought. But now Jack's out of the pits, and now with Rafa, this could be close though. Jack out of the pits now. Oh, nah.
He's right ahead.
He's gonna get ahead of Rafa though.
He gets the jump then.
Wow.
He's doing very well to do that. He made that cut work. It is powerful, like you said, Sean, earlier on. And maybe pitting later might work for Jack, and it did.
Actually. Yeah, was actually Jack. I think Jack was in front of Rafa already, I think. Or not, I can't even remember it.
And if you look at the interval, Jack is 1.4 seconds behind Josh, so could he catch up to Josh in these last few laps? That could be possible.
Pushing, so even this lap difference in the pit stop can even matter in this race, I think.
Because Bahrain tyre wear is awful. As
it is legit awful. I had a disaster class in an esports team tournament. AOR. Disaster class. But yeah, with tyre wear, J-sets, I think. Oh, they're taking such weird lines when they go into that long right-hander. It's almost like exceeding those track limits and still don't get any penalties. That's a surprise and a half.
I haven't seen that many penalties actually so far this race. I'm actually quite shocked. I've seen a few, but not a lot.
I think no drivers actually got a penalty.
No, I did see a few people get penalties, I think.
Oh, then I'm completely blind. Anyway,
Jay
says round the outside. That was close.
That was close in the start finish.
Oh yes, go on, son. Actually, make that mistake, but Rafa closer. Can he get it back from Jay Jessit? No. Jessit has the better of it, and he gets 4th place, and he can go on charge to TG Jack. Only 1.7 seconds, so it can work. It can work, but yeah.
What great stuff from Jay Tech as well, as he's going to try and catch up to Jack as well. Blizzard must be loving this at the front because there was so many battles behind him. He can concentrate on his own race so far.
I think he doesn't even know what the word battle is right now in his race, because he's just driving in no man's lands and he doesn't even know the word battle.
I do believe he's currently. What are the standings? I think it's either Rafa leading the championship or Blizzard leading the championship. I can't remember, but no matter what, Blizzard is going to be leading the championship after this race.
He gets the penalty.
We jinxed it there. We jinxed it there.
I saw that. I think I just saw it. I think that was legit the first penalty of this race. I can be wrong though.
Yeah, I'm not going to check because obviously I am streaming, so I won't check at all there. But
I can actually have a quick look.
Yeah,
I'm actually interested in that because I think, wow, Blizzard doesn't even have a warning. That is just some alien pace.
Yeah, I'm actually. I thought he would have some warnings, but for him to have no warnings so far this race is pretty good going from the guy that was close enough to win the championship to Julian last season. But obviously Julian is not here this season, so he's got a chance. He's got much of a better chance, but he does have the likes of Rafa to contend with. But Rafa's all the way down in P5, and
well, I actually just checked the race director, and actually Jess is now the only guy with a penalty.
Wow, so good, clean stuff going on for the Prestige tier right now in terms of penalty-free zone. Well, in-game penalties anyway. Podium, there was none as well. I'm not sure what it was like on the other tier, because obviously I didn't get a chance to watch the whole race of the Pinnacle because that was going on at the end of the race was going on when the start of qualifying was. So
Yeah. Let's see. I think Rafa. I don't know what it is with him, but he can stick with Jay for maybe 3 or 4 laps, and then his pace just disappears. I don't know what it is, but I think he can't find a consistency in his soft pace. Like, he's close to Jay sets, like 3-4 laps. Then you may think he's gonna get in DRS all the time, but just then after that the pace is just gone. I don't know what it is, but
yeah, it does vary, of course. Everyone has, as Jack, Jack has stopped, I believe. Let me just check. Yes, he has. So everyone has stopped.
Yeah.
So luckily, no disqualifications. It's getting to a point, Sean, that they're not really forgetting. I almost forgot myself, but that's because I commentate and do so many leagues myself, so it is hard to stay track at times. But
well, I don't have any troubles with that. Even with, well, I do league racing, well, sort of, and commentating. I just go where the screen goes.
Yeah.
And I just have to react.
But luckily luckily I realised at the last second that it was 2 stops, so that is a relief. As anyway, lap 23 of 29. The closest battle we're seeing on track right now could be for P3 between Jacotex and Jack. I think at the moment Jack is probably going to be one of the contenders for driver of the day based on the way he's driving. Absolutely great stuff from him. And he is trying to defend off Jacotex pretty soon as well.
Wait. Hold on, did Jack make a mistake? Because now Jake's almost on within half a second.
Wow.
That's interesting. I mean, look at his ERS, it's just all actually none. Oh, it's actually for Jake. So they both have to save it. That's why Jake has dropped off from Josh so badly. It was closer, so this has turned around some things.
And it does turn around in Bahrain, and it always does towards the end of the Grand Prix. Is Jack sliding a little bit there? So, did he have a problem with his tyres or his setup? I don't know. We did say there was a problem with tyre wear, but Jacotex is on the back.
I mean, that's the weird thing. Jack has like 1 lap fresher tyres than Jay, so he must have just screwed him up like big time then. So close then.
Very close as well. This is going to be a fight to the finish with 5 laps to go. And everyone is pulling up all the stops really to make sure they get points for their team. Very strong for Renault, as Jacotex is going to try and attack from Jack.
Jack's not giving up?
Nope, he's not. He defends very well there.
Ooh. That's a good exit by Jay there. Wow, that is a very good exit.
Yeah, it is, as they're both side by side.
Actually, does he make... I think he made the move stick. Oh, a little bit off. Hard racing, but still fair in my opinion. And Jack still has that position.
What a combat from Jack, I mean. He was struggling in that last lap, but he's fending off Jay very well. So, props to Jack right now, as he's doing all he can, but Jay wants it so bad as well. Literally any one of these two can do it, and I think the two, Williams was almost scrapping, but went a little bit wide there in turn 10 and 11. But as this is not over for Jay yet. He can't give up fighting. It is not over till the checker flag falls, and he's closing up crazily here. Just look at this.
Yeah. Even Ref is actually closing up.
I think.
I mean, if they battle hard enough, we may even get a 4-way fight for a podium.
I think what most people don't know is there's some points where if you battle for a long time, it could cost you time, and it could cost a few. Oh!
Oh dear, that's some moves right there. Oh jeez,
that was close.
Naughty.
That was a bit naughty. Would Jack give the place back? I think he might.
I don't know.
I don't
I think he just went on the accelerator not to get that position back, but I think they don't have damage. At least Jay doesn't have any damage, I think. Look at the onboards.
No.
Don't see any.
That was close though, and they definitely kept it together. So, whew, that is a relief.
So now, in all of this, Rafa actually closed up.
Yep, just like we said, battling could hurt you, and Rafa is catching. He wants to make up for lost time, and here he is in the Renault. This could be his first race where he is out of the podium, which will be a bit of a shame for him, but he's been involved in lots of battles anyway, so I don't think he'll be a bit too disappointed. Points is points, but he's got a championship to contend with. Rafa is one of Blizzard's biggest rivals this season, and any points lost at this stage in this 8-round season can cost you quite a bit, as Jacotet is going to get the run possibly into turn 1.
I don't know. Dive bomb? Oh, he turns in.
He turned in a
Jay
bit
just
late, and he get the move.
That was a surprise. Jay just actually completely turned in while Jay took the corner, and somehow he still managed to lose that position. Wow. So I think Jack got that payback when he did it to Jay, actually, when he moved him out of the way. So I guess it's now 50-50 now?
It is 50-50 to be honest.
Right now. I mean, it was dirty from Jack when he just putting on the accelerator on Jay and off track, but now he does turn in on Jay. He drifts himself around and he loses the position, so I'll say it's now equal.
It is equal between those three right now. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Who you think is going to win this battle for the final podium position. They are even on penalties, so it is anyone's game. Jesse, the only one I do believe has got penalties.
Yeah, what a shame. But yeah, everyone just keeping it clean, apparently.
Oh, I do believe Rainer just went a little bit wide there again. That might be another warning. If he's not careful, he'll be the second person to gain a penalty. As Jacotex is on the defensive from Jack now, but Rafa's right behind as well. Rafa's going to get slipstream. He's a DRS. Oh, look at this. Look at this going into turn 1. And a Jack.
Oh my.
Wow.
Jack defended that absolutely well.
But Jake's on the attack again. And so is Rafa.
He's gonna squeeze him out. Yeah, he does. Going over the curb. And Jake gets that position. But Jack is so close. He's gonna make that dive bomb, surely. Now, well, round the outside. Oh! They spin.
I thought they were
going side by side.
Yeah, looks like it. Look at Rafa again. Once again, he's also got his teammate not that far behind. For the team's championship, it's looking good for Renault at this stage as Jacotex once again makes a jump on Jack.
They just fight the hell out of each other.
I wonder how they still survive and have a front wing left, I can tell you, Sean. Because
some of the moves they made, I thought there's gonna be a global front wing, but nope, they don't.
It's just
I think
good racing.
Rafa just waiting up his time. It is. I think Rafa just waits. I think he's just waiting his time, wait for the right moment, and then just attack.
As could this be the right moment now? Oh my God, it's going to be 3 wide into turn 1. Maybe not, as Rafa is losing a bit of time. Jay takes Jack side by side. Oh! That almost could be the chance for Rafa there. Rafa, I think, got past Jacotex. He's going to get the double overtake. Oh! No!
Oh, gee, that's dirty. That is dirty right there.
That almost looked like a double overtake, but yeah, that is not the best to make an overtake.
No, I think you can say what you want about it. They drive stand not good, but I think now it just takes part of the fighting, you know. Just they do it with each other actually. It's actually not one driver that just, you know, squeezes the other out. They're just actually doing it to each other. So I think they both like those very hard wheel-to-wheel racing. Actually, great to see.
It is great to see. We've pretty much seen some battles, Sean, all the way up through this field for the whole race. I think the tiers are definitely given us some great stuff to watch tonight from all 4 tiers. So well done to everyone involved so far. We're on the last lap of this race. And
so here he goes. Ref is so close. I don't know. I think Ref will actually get Jason in this DRS straight.
I don't know. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight.
Or Jay's going to get the big... No. I thought Jay will go for the biggest dive bomb ever, but he will take that.
I don't think he's not. So the final chance then could be towards turn 4. Let's ride on board with Rafa then going into turn 4. Oh!
No, they will not do it. So, or it has to be on the final corner where there has to be a massive dive bomb.
It could be a photo finish here. I wonder if it can. But let's see where Blizzard is on track. He's going past sector the long S. So let's just stay on board with the Rafa, Jay and Jack.
Now coming towards the last corner, Blizzard.
Let's ride on board with him. Blizzard going for the penultimate corner. He's been faultless all race. He took the lead. He got pole. He stayed there. He's led every lap. And he takes his 2nd win of the season. And he wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Massive result to him. An alien. And definitely well deserved for him. And another person that's done really well this race is VSR Josh. He takes P2 in a Mercedes. What a drive from him. He stayed out of trouble as well. And Jack takes P3 by 6/10 of a second.
Oh, there goes Jesse in the background.
Oh, bless.
Spinning there. Well, I don't know. I see people commented that Jack needs to get a ban. I think personally not. I think they just fighting with each other so hard, you know. I think they just enjoy it, I think. Sort of. Hopefully they did. Because the fight with Jack, Jason, that was actually a very hard wheel-to-wheel racing. And sometimes you go off the track, but great to see.
It is good to see. And here we go. Blizzard and Josh. And the Force India of Jack on the podium. Now, for my Drive of the Day nomination, because he stayed out of trouble from the rest of the field, people would think I would have to give it to Blizzard, but I think today, because he's gained 3 positions on the start, he did a very good start, and he pretty much stayed in P2 for the most of the race, kept it clean. I would say my nomination for Drive of the Day has got to be Josh. What about yours, Sean?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Blizzard, then
No, I wasn't going to say Blizzard. I'm
going to say Blizzard. I think he has to... Oh, no, wait, not the Grand Slam, never mind. Oh, actually, I think he has the Grand Slam, actually. As a finished driver, just fastest lap, pole, and a race win. Well, and actually, great done to him. Well done to him. So I don't know. I like the battling between Jack and Jason. Just hard racing, even though there was sometimes they pushed each other on the track, but I actually like that battle, but I'm gonna give it to Blizzard then.
So Blizzard, our top 2 then, Blizzard and Josh gets Driver of the Day. So we have Blizzard, Josh, Jack, Jacotex, Rafa, Rain, Jesse, Ollie, Samster, who Samster did not finish, sadly, which was a bit of a shame there, and quite a few people did not finish either. So that is the end for the Bahrain Grand Prix. That was a very good race and I really enjoyed that. And I'm not sure where we are next week. We're in China, I believe, next week. Am I right?
I think it is. I can't even remember it myself.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if it is China. Another tricky circuit, but a lot of fun places to overtake. It will show who is the best drivers. It will be Jack back in the box next week, and obviously I'm alternating with Evil Dragon. So Evil Dragon will be in the box replacing me next week. And thanks, Sean, for joining me covering for Jack this week. You've
You're
been
welcome.
a star. And we will see you next week for more action. And don't forget to join the talk show on Sunday night at 9 o'clock on the OneHubRacing channel with Nick. And I believe Odems is joining him as well. So make sure you watch that to find out about all the action from all the 4 tiers tonight. So thanks for watching. See you next week for the Chinese Grand Prix. Have a good evening and good night.